Welcome back. We have once again come upon a video segment that needs to be addressed in relationships, whether that be a friendship or whether that be a relationship that's leading into marriage. It's necessary that we all look for red flags. And in my opinion, red flags are the subtle nuances that appear in a person's personality that are signs and signals that there are greater issues that need to be addressed. So, those greater issues, if you enter into a relationship with a person that has them, will undoubtedly have effect not only upon you, but upon the relationship that you have with that person. And I think that's common sense. But at the same time, we have to be aware that these red flags exist, and we cannot go through life ignoring them lest we end up in situations that are less than ideal. So let's get into this particular video segment and see what we can learn from it, okay?
Serious question. Would you let a guy take you to a chain restaurant, like to Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Applebee's on the first date? Because I wouldn't. Like, I will just never reply back to you because what? Why would you take me there?
Was that 60 seconds? I don't think it was. It was a little bit less than a minute. But did you see any red flags? Did you see any? I'm more than certain that you did. I'm more than certain that you picked up on a red flag from the very question that was being posed to her audience. Listen, in a situation where this is the very first date, the very first time that you all are going out in public, why would it be necessary to invest funds in this particular date when you don't even know this person? Why has the standard for what is acceptable become so very high? What's wrong with Red Lobster? What's wrong with Olive Garden? I just met you. I don't know you. I don't know what your tastes are. But now, what makes you deserving of something that's above and beyond? And evidently, from her mannerisms and from her posture and from the way that she's speaking, she feels that this is okay. Now, I'm sure that there are some gentlemen that will see this video and will agree wholeheartedly with what she has to say, but I am not one of them. No, I am not. I think that the particular restaurants that she's talking about, the level of dedication that's needed to bring you to a place that is above and beyond, is only deserving of individuals who have put time and effort into the relationship. If I don't know you, if there has been no effort on your part to bring anything meaningful into my life, why am I spending these excess funds in this way? I think it's irresponsible, actually, because now you have a situation where a gentleman has taken you to a very expensive restaurant, and let's say for the sake of argument that in the end you realize that you really don't see a future with you and this gentleman. And so now the excess funds that have been spent have been wasted essentially because this relationship is not going any further than this particular night. So now, why would there be any incentive then to put forth this kind of resource in order to have somebody on the first date? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I don't think that this is something that as gentlemen we should do. I don't believe in it. Not because I'm red pill, not because I'm blue pill, but because I have good sense. And I'm hoping that the brothers who see this have good sense also. This is an unreasonable demand. And I'm not saying it because of price. I'm not saying it because of being an individual that doesn't have the resources to take someone to a fancy restaurant. I'm just saying there is no incentive to do that right now. There's no reason why you would put forth these kinds of resources, this kind of money, and spend it on someone that you're just meeting for the first time. I think that in the long run, what will happen is you will set a bad precedent for yourself, because every date after then is going to have to be better than the first one that you had. And so you find yourself emphasizing things that are not important. you find yourself focusing on things that are not going to help you build a relationship. I think that's something we need to take into consideration. No, as always, I don't think that this is a pattern that we need to follow. I don't think men should do it, and I don't think women should expect it, because we're being reasonable. In a situation like that, this is the reasonable course to take. Because if I'm going to invest in you, then I need to understand that you are going to be a lasting part of my life. You're going to be someone that's going to go into the future with me. When I look at you, I see my future wife. And if that's not the criteria, or that's not the case, then these kind of resources are not going to be brought to bear. I'm sorry. Well, maybe then again, I'm not. I'm not sorry, because I'm just honestly saying what needs to be said in a logical but respectful manner. This is not something that we should engage in. And so from that small video, we've looked at a lot. So my final thoughts on it is that this is just not a pattern that needs to be perpetuated. Now this may be her standard, but if you notice, there was no rings in sight. If you notice, there evidently was no long-term partner in sight, because she's still going on first dates with individuals, and she's complaining because she didn't get to go to a restaurant that was 4 stars. It's okay, because whatever you choose, you have to bear the after effects of it. You have to reap what you sow. And if she's sowing this kind of thought process and pattern, no wonder she's not reaping a husband. All right, those have been my thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be easy.